Well, hello, and welcome back. I'm Claire. This is Purple Poppy. Just pull my sleeves up. And we are on Sunday stitching. Now, I found some mojo. This has got a bit folded up in the drawer. And I started on my October, even though we're nearly done, panel. And I'm quite pleased with the result. I'm sorry about that. Quite pleased with the results actually, because what I did was I chopped out bits and pieces from this dress that I've shown you before, and I laid them over various flowers and leaves, and then one that was wrong but I liked the way it sat, and then a big flower there. And like with this one, I have gone, as you can see, off the page, off the fabric. I sewed down Sarah's story, and this one goes right on to the next one. So now it's all sort of starting to join up. I even found the motivation to go and work out what I would like to put there for my poem, so that is ready to stitch next month, which of course is next week now. So yeah, so I did some work on that, and now of course today we are back to working on these flowers. Do you remember last week we cut these out? Now I am going to bring you in a bit closer because I've just remembered what was said about being closer for the stitching, so watch your eyes for a minute. There you go, that works, doesn't it? So we need to sew down, there's my needle, we need to sew down the rest of these leaves. Oh, right, I've got all sorts going on in this box. Now I was hoping to find some yellow or gold in here, but that's not really going to happen, isn't it? Oh, that will do. We'll use that one. See, and this is where people that get organised and put the threads, oh maybe that orangey one, it's a bit sort of goldy, no, put their threads together, there are, look, we've got some here that have already been used. So that one and that one, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 different colours. We've got a different gold one there, that works for me. Oh, that's too small. Right, well let's start. See, look, I really should sort that out, shouldn't I? Let's start with these and see how we get on. Now this one's already been split, so I think we'll use this one first. Can we get it without knotting it? Yes, of course we can. Ta-da! Right, so knot on the end. How are you all? What have you all been up to? I started doing a new project. I know I'm a nightmare. Don't ask how many unfinished products I've got. My house is full of UFOs, and I've got to be honest and say, I think really get it from hubby. I used to be one of these people that would sit down, do something from start to finish. I'm not going to get this in here now, am I? It's going to be awkward. Do something from start to finish and then go, right, that's done. But he's much more, oh, I'll do an hour now, I'll do an hour tomorrow. And consequently, right, I'm going to use this gold on this yellow. Consequently, it sort of rubs off. Anyway, so I started a new stitching project. Obviously stitching, because this is Sunday stitching. I won't be telling you about a paper project, would I? I had this thing, I was looking at my Roxy's printer's tray. You've all seen that many times. And for some reason my eye was drawn to the picture frame I did with a stitched boot in it. I don't know if you remember that. And I just kept looking at this boot and going, that's like Victorian Edwardian boot. As a shoe lover, I really ought to think about doing some kind of proper shoe stitchery. I mean, what I did there in the printer's tray is, yeah, it's very pretty, but it was just really a little bit of stitching inside that picture frame. So, I'm really sorry. Boo, Mummy's doing a video. That's because she's upstairs and there's people in the street and she knows that hubby's out, so she's looking after Mummy. She's doing her job, really. What was I saying? Oh yes, so I was looking at this boat and I was thinking, oh yeah, I need to do something. So I popped myself onto Pinterest to get an outline shape of a boat, because I've told you a million times before, I can't draw. Drawing is not something that I do. And I found the outline shape and I set about stitching, like stitching various pieces of fabric throughout the outline shape that I'd drawn. Right, so that's those two yellow ones done in this. See, it's really quick. I mean, it's about 5 stitches on a petal, but I just love the way it looks with that sort of line of stitching running up the middle. I just need to tuck that down. Then obviously when it's all stitched, I will put the iron on it and take off that ink line. So that's that one. Took like 2 minutes, didn't it? I think I'm going to use the real gold on the brownie ones, and then we'll use that, I'm not quite sure what colour to call that, but we'll use that one to do our bobble at like centre of the flower. Anyway, so I sewed all these pieces to this boot last night in front of the telly, and yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. I'm gonna now stitch on it with like an embroidery. Oh, for goodness sake, come on, don't mess me around. You know you want to go in there. Apparently it doesn't. Apparently it's showing me who's boss. Don't make me get a bigger eye needle. There we go. In fact, let me show you. I'm telling you all about it. Let me show you. Right, well that's all you can see at the moment because it's ready to be stitched all around the outside. But if I take these pins out, just there, that side, you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. So, taking all the pins out now. So I've done the fabrics, so this is the main part of the boat, that's like the tongue and that's the other side, and I'm going to embroider all around there. So that'll be fun, won't it? Well, I think it will anyway. And then I think what I'm going to do is stuff it, and that's why I've got 2 sides. Anyway, I digress. I'm supposed to be stitching these petals, aren't I? I don't know if any of you are involved in the Great Big Little Stitchery Swap with Anne Claxton, but my postman's been this morning and he's collected all of my little squares. I sent them early because some of them are going abroad and I want to make sure that they get there by the designated time. So they've gone. Did the hearts. I did the first one of these and now I'm doing the second one with you guys, and there we go, that's that one, so that pin can come out. Yeah, it's all good, it's all good in the hood. So now I started the boot. I should have fastened that off really to make sure it didn't stretch, but you know. And then we got a knot. So yeah, it's all good. Lots of stitchery going on. Now I'm going to stitch this right to the end there, even though I don't believe we're going to use that bit. We're probably going to end up cutting that bit off. So I'll just do a little wrap round knot there. I'm hoping hubby doesn't come home just yet because obviously I'm stitching with you guys and he'll come in starving and wanting some lunch. Another pin out. Right, so that one is held down by that yellow one, I think. So I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to pop this back on the top and we'll stick a pin back in there, and we'll get our mustard colour from over here, and then we're going to have to cut some more petals, aren't we? Might as well have all that off there actually, mightn't we? So we'll pop that in there. I'm going to split it into 3 as always. 1, 2, no, that's 4. That's 3. There we go. So, what are you up to? What craft projects are you working on? Right, here's one half. Got the other half in my hand. Get a knot in there. And I think what I'm going to do on this centre bit is I'm going to do like a bit of a star to hold that one down. I'll show you what I mean. There we go. Right. So, I'm going to come up the middle like so, and then I'm going to go just inside the edge like that, and then I'm going to move round to about there and come back down there. Okay, and then I'm going to come back up from that middle point and just doing like a bit of a star in the middle. Why? Because I can, basically. Now of course I could now, if I wanted to, make that into one of those like pinwheel roses, but that's not what I want for this piece. Oh, we've got a knot. How have we got a knot? There we go. Okay, so that is that flower part finished. Obviously we've got to do the stem and the leaf. That's that finished. So now I'm going to address my fabrics, whoops, and cut out the big leaves. and decide whether this one has a centre fabric or whether I'm going to put some knots in it. Now we can just about see that flower underneath there. In fact, you know what, I might get my pen out and just redraw it. So we've got a circle. Sorry, you're probably looking at the top of my head now. Here we go. Yeah, it sounds like hubby. I sort of knew this would happen. Okay, so we've got big ones this time. So, and I'm tempted to just use these three in this one and not have the darker one. So, I don't know what I did with my template bit, but we need a bigger template this time anyway, don't we? So let's find a little bit of card. Here's a bit, and let's draw. So it's going to be bigger this time, isn't it? Is that the right size? I think it might be. So let's have a little look. Oh yeah, look, that's a good size. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course we have. So we want 3. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm so sorry. We need 3 of each if we want it to be exactly sort of, you know, working exactly, not symmetrical, even by having 3 of each. Don't have to, could do them all in the same colour. Could use all the fabrics that we used up the top and make it, you know, much more sort of uniform. But no, I want 3 of this one. So I want 3 of that one. I want 3 of this one. I'm just trying to decide. I don't think I should use that one that's got the daisies on, you know, because we used that for the middle, didn't we? So I think perhaps I'm going to change my mind and I am going to use the dark one. So I'm going to do 4 of this pale one, and then I'm only going to do 2 of the dark one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Made a decision. Okay, 4 of them, and then 2. Oh, we might use this one. Should we do 2 of the lighter one? Because I didn't want the dark one, did I? We'll have 2 of the lighter one, and we'll come across the bottom here. 2. I'm going to put that in there so we don't lose it again. Not that we need any more, but anyway. Right, I'm going to use my little sharp scissors. That's the one that's got the needle in. So there's somebody moving out. So they've been trolleying stuff from the house to the van, which is that weird trolley noise you can hear. Boo! It's okay, baby. They're obviously moving themselves because the van has been loaded and left and come back about 20 times this morning. They're obviously not going far. Okay, so and then we got one. I'm going to have to find some green fabric for, or do I just want to stitch it? I've got a lot of green thread. I could stitch it, I guess. And we could do, oh, what was it Jennifer was showing us in one of her recent snippets? I think it was called the Portuguese knot. That's where you do the back stitch and you go through the area where there's 2 loops because of the back stitch, and you do a little knot. That was what she used to do the thickness on the tree. So actually I could use that, couldn't I, for the stem of this flower. That's an idea. Sorry, it's a bit boring watching me cut lozenges, isn't it? Or lozenges. Oh, I seem to have all the wrong words today. But I've got to be honest and say I've been really busy this morning. Because I've done 3 lots of washing, because I stripped the bed and then the dog went up the garden in the mud and jumped on the bed, so I ended up stripping it again. So there was 2 lots of bedding, which is not, you know, not fun, is it? Plus I had a load of washing that needed doing, like for hubby and I. I've got a couple of Christmas orders for what's left of my day job, if you like. So I had to make 10 kilos of soap. So I've done 2 lots of washing. I've made 10 kilos of soap. I've wrapped all of the Christmas and birthday presents that I'd already bought. I have, what else have I done? Oh, I've coffee dyed half a ream of paper. I've just been really on it this morning. So I've been busy, but loving it. I love being busy. Right, so here we go. 1. And I'm gonna, because I've got 4 of these, I'm gonna space them out. 2. And then I'm gonna go 3. Make sure we get a nice stitch on the end that holds that over the fence, and then we'll do our 4th one in the middle there. And then, do you know, some of these pins are really blunt, probably cheap, that's why. I'm going to put that one there, semi-touching that one. And I'm going to have that one. I'm running out of pins if I'm not careful. And that one. And that one, I hope I'm not going off camera. It's the only trouble when you know, you hone in to make things bigger. Everything's not where you're used to it being. So if I am going off camera, I'm really sorry. It just feels like, oh, I feel like I haven't got enough now. It just feels like this is the only way that I can get it bigger for you. So it looks like I need one more, don't I? Because look, I've got 2 holes. So I'm going to put that one there with that last. Oh, somebody's got a puppy by the sounds of it out in the street. So we need, what do we need? We need the one with the flowers on, the French General. Where's it gone? It's got to be here. Here we go. So just do one more of these, try and get that flower in it, that would be nice. I didn't even check the time when I sat down to turn the camera on, so I don't know how long I've been here, but I guess if you're bored you'll just totter off, won't you? So I don't think it really matters how long I've been here. Right. Okay. That then is our very last one that's going to sit. Oh look, and I did manage to get that flower. That's lovely. So we've got this thread on the needle, which we used last time for the centre. Don't mind to mix it up a little bit. So this time I'm going to use it for, let's start on the outside. I'm going to use it for this French General fabric. Okay, and I'm just going to stitch that on there like so. It's just obviously, whoa, don't come off. Thank you. And that's going to nip in there, and then I can nip over to there. Like that. Spin it round, and then we can do a running stitch up here as well. Take that pin out because it's getting in the way of my stitching. And I'm just feeding, you know, backwards and forwards like a standard running stitch to give us that line all the way across there. And then I'm going to nip to the other side. So it's quite a long way. So we'll feed through our stitches and through a bit of wadding so that we come out there on that one. And just feed through again just to get this petal onto our lovely scrappy. Well, what did we decide? Was it a lazy Susan? A black-eyed Susan? Was it a lazy daisy? I don't know what it is, but, and I mean, I've never seen a plant that looked like this, so it is a bit fanatical, as it were, but I love it. Fanatical, again, is not the right word, Claire. Where are your words for today? It's a bit of a fantasy, you know, but it represents a flower, and that's good enough for me. Oh, coffee. That's gone cold. Right, we are using this gold now, aren't we? So, do a knot. Find our end. Oh dear. I don't know if I've told you, but I've had this weird thing. It's not a cold because it's not developed, but I'm constantly sneezing and a bit coughy. But I mean, I'm not ill, I've got no temperature or anything, but it's really annoying because I wish it would develop so that it can run its course and then go away. Do you know what I mean? At the moment it feels like it's sort of like half-mast, doesn't know whether to bog off or just get worse and make me feel poorly. Right, I'm going to take this one through the beige, I think. So we'll start up here again so that we can come down into the middle. Like this. Take that pin out now because that's going to get in my way. There we go. Right, so just pin down the middle, jump over the other side to this one. There we go. So, is anybody watching anything good on telly? Got any recommendations for me? We've been watching that The Good Doctor. I think I told you that. But we're near the end now, so we're going to have to start looking for something else to watch. Right, can I scoot over there? Yeah, of course I can. In fact, if we're going to scoot that far anyway, let's scoot to the end, and then when we come out the middle we can pick up the other one. It's a bit naughty, shouldn't really do it, but hey, no one will know. If we don't tell them, nobody will know. And I mean, this is not going to be used, so it obviously may be looked at, you know, in a book sometimes or whatever, but it's not really going to be used. So these raw edges are not really going to fray, although to be honest with you, I love that look, so if they did, it wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't be an issue to me anyway. What's happened here? Did we not cut that off? Oh, that's my thread from over the other side, isn't it? Oh, poop. See, that's why you don't scoot across the other side, isn't it? Yeah, no, I've made a right mess of that now. I'm just going to have to cut it off and pay the price. It does, however, mean... Oh no, we could use that one, couldn't we? But we haven't got a thread for our other needle. Our other petal. Goodness me, I'm in a right state today, aren't I? Right. Oh, I know what else I was going to tell you. Whilst I was over at my daughter's on Monday, I stole a basket. Her husband had bought her, because it had been their anniversary, he'd bought her a gift set. I'm so sorry. Boo! He'd bought her a gift set that had been delivered in a basket, a little wicker basket. What did I do with it? Here. This lovely little wicker basket. So I thought what I would do when I get these projects done is I will put some wadding in it. Just checking I'm finished. Yeah. I'm going to put some wadding in it, and I'm going to use it as like a bit of a sewing basket. So I'm going to line it all up and that. So that's something we could do on camera, isn't it? Be fun. Or not. Right. Claire, don't get all your threads in a knot. Okay. So now we've just got to do these 3 yellow ones. So let's pull that out and put it right over there so it doesn't get in a knot. Let's thread up this needle. And then I suppose I should leave you to get on with your day, shouldn't I? Alright, been here quite a long time. I might be wrong. Let's have a little look and see. Oh, I can't see because that walnut. Oh, only 40 minutes. I say only, but it's not as long as I thought we'd been. Right, so let's just get these yellow petals on. Oops. So now we've got our big flower and our little flower, and next time we can do our petal and our stem. Ow, stabbed myself on that pin. We can do not our petal. See, I'm useless. I really do need to go. Our leaf and our stem, and then it will just be titivating. Really, we'll be finished, won't we? So that'll be good. Done that one. Done that one. This is the last one because there is only 3 of these, isn't there? So let's stretch that out because we've only got a few stitches to do. We'll pull that through, and then we can just load our needle again like so. Once we're loaded, hold it through, we can come down the back. That car sounds like it needs attention, doesn't it? It's because I've got the window open because I was charging around doing all those jobs, and then I got all hot and bothered, see? So I've opened the window and put the fan on. It must do, you've got your heating on, haven't you? Okay. So there you go. There is our 2 flowers. Yeah, very pleased. Very pleased. We need our centre, our stem and our leaf. and then maybe something up here, some decorative stitching or something, and then we're good to go. Oh, and there's hubby. So, as always, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you found some fun and inspiration in that, and I will be back with you very soon. Ta-ta for now.